This is the first lesson from a Won't Mention series from Hueber Publications. And I'm Sarah. I'll let you enjoy Deutsch or German language lessons in English. And this is our first lesson, Lektion 1. And the title for this lesson is Hallo, ich bin Nicole, which means hello, I am Nicole. I am Nicole. I am Nicole. Ich means I. The pronouns we have I, you, he, she, it, we, they, etc. So ich means I. Ich bin means I am. I am Nicole. Ich bin Nicole. So what's your name? You can say I am Sarah. Ich bin Sarah. Ich bin Sarah. Oder ich bin Sarah. Hallo is the same word as greetings for hello or hi. Okay. What do you see auf dem Bild in a picture? In a picture we see a woman, a lady, and some other people in the background. So at the beginning of each lesson, regarding these pics, I would ask you, what do you see in the picture? Was können Sie einfach auf dem Bild erkennen? Oder was können Sie einfach auf dem Bild sehen? Number 1. Aufgabe 1. Hören Sie. Please listen. Hören means listen. Hören Sie. You listen. You listen. Hören Sie. Wie heißt das Lied? What's the name for the song? Wie means how. So wie heißt means how is called or how is named. How is named or how is called this song, das Lied. Das is the article, as we have articles in English, the, or articles in Hebrew, ha. For example, you say haaretz. Ha is the article for aretz, that means the earth. Or in Arabic, that would say al-arz. Al is article. The, a, an are articles in English. And das is one type of article in Deutsch or German. Das Lied means the song. Hören Sie? Wie heißt das Lied? Please listen. You listen. How is called? How is named this song? Welche deutschen Namen kennen Sie noch? What other names in Deutsch, in German, do you still know? What other names in German do you know? Which other names in German do you know? Welche means which. Welche means which. And please do not pronounce it like welche. No. Welche. Quite v sound. Welche. Welche deutschen Namen, names, kennen Sie? You know. Kennen is a cognate for know in English. Kennen, to know. Kennen Sie, you know. Noch, other names, or still. Still, which other names do you know in German? Okay, I would now let you enjoy the first listening part of this section or lesson for Lektion 1, Aufgabe 1. Please listen, dear friends.
Lektion 1. Hallo, ich bin Nicole. Aufgabe 1. Wo wohnt Winfried?
Ja, hallo? Wer ist denn da?
Hallo, wie geht's? Ich heiße Winfried
Oh, Winfried.
und ich komme aus Österreich.
Aha.
Ich bin 32,
Ja?
nicht verheiratet
Oh.
und ich wohne in...
Winfried? Winfried? Wo wohnt Winfried? Wohnt er in Freiburg? Wohnt er in Zürich? In Köln? In Frankfurt? Wohnt er in Stuttgart? Wohnt er in Hamburg? Wo wohnt Winfried? Wo wohnt Winfried? Wo wohnt Winfried? Wohnt er in Schwerin? Wohnt er in München? In Bonn? In Berlin? Wohnt er in Bamberg? Wohnt er in Wien? Wo wohnt Winfried? Wo wohnt Winfried?
Okay, it was just a beautiful song. Dann lass uns bitte noch einmal hören.
Lektion 1. Hallo, ich bin Nicole.
Hello, I am Nicole.
Aufgabe 1.
Aufgabe 1. Aufgabe 1.
Wo wohnt Winfried?
Ja, hallo? Wer ist denn da?
Hallo, wie geht's?
Wer ist denn da? Wer ist denn da? The only thing that will suffice for you to know at the moment is the term wer. Wer. Wer means who. Wer means who. So you've learned some of these Fragewörter. Zum Beispiel wer, das bedeutet who. Welche, das bedeutet which. Wie, das bedeutet how. Und was, das bedeutet what. Wer, who. For example, zum Beispiel, wer bin ich? Who am I? Wer bin ich? Who am I? Ich bin Sarah. Wer bin ich? Who am I? Ich bin Sarah. I am Sarah. Welche means which. Welche Namen haben Sie? Ich habe 2 Namen. Sarah und zum Beispiel Marie. Ich habe keinen Namen als Marie, aber das ist ein Beispiel. Sarah und Marie. Ich habe 2 Namen. I have. Ich habe. I have. Welche Namen haben Sie? Which names do you have? Which names do you have? Which names have you? Which names have you? You for one person. However, with respect. You would just be able to say, welche Namen hast du? This term also means which names do you have? You as one person. However, without any specific respect. So we have Sie in Blockschrift, in capital letter, Sie, S groß oder S in capital letter, you, one person, however, with specific concern for respect, du for one person, however, without any specific respect. Both of them in English mean you. Welche Namen haben Sie? Welche Namen hast du? And the answer for both questions would possibly be, ich habe 2 Namen, Sarah und Marie. Oder ich habe nur den Namen Sarah. Ich habe nur den Namen Sarah. Only I have the name Sarah. Nur means only. So, what have we learned thus far? We learned some Fragewörter. Who, which, how, what. Wer, welche, wie, was. And we have just learned how to apply them in the form of sentences, very short and simple sentences. Indeed, wer bin ich? Zum Beispiel, for example, ich bin Sarah. Welche Namen haben Sie oder welche Namen hast du? Ich habe 2 Namen, Sarah und Marie. Ich habe nur den Namen Sarah. And nur, das bedeutet only, only. Okay, let's go to the rest of the Hörndatei. However, before that, I would also notice that Aufgabe, for example, when we say Aufgabe 1, this means task 1. Task 1. Aufgabe 1. Task 1. Okay.
Lektion 1.
Ja, hallo? Wer ist denn da?
Hallo?
Wer ist denn da? Who is this then? Who is this then?
Oh, wie geht's? Ich heiße...
Wie geht's? How are you? Wie geht's? That means, how are you? Or to translate this term more specifically, it means, how is it going? How is it going? How's it going? Because we learned already that wie here means how. So wie geht es? Wie geht es? Or wie geht's? With this apostrophe S. Wie geht's? Oder wie geht es? Means how does it go? Or how's it going? Geht comes from the word or verb actually gehen, which means to go. And after conjugation, we have the form ich gehe, I go, du gehst, you go, you one person. Es geht, it goes. I go, you go, it goes. Or when this S could be simply followed by other pronouns such as er and sie. Er means he or masculine, sie, feminine, form for the pronoun she. Sie, she, they're both cognates, as you simply see. Es, it, er, he, sie, she. So we conjugate like this. I go, you go, it goes, he goes, she goes. Another form in Deutsch. Ich gehe, du gehst, es geht, er geht, sie geht. Dritte Person Singular, zweite Person Singular und erste Person Singular. Ich gehe, I go. Du gehst, you go. Er, sie geht. It, he, she goes. Please make a specific notice of this ST that we have here. This is very important for us. And this here. And T, this part, at the end of the conjugated form of the verb, or infinitive of the verb, to go, or gehen. Ich gehe, du gehst, es, sie geht. However, for the lower part of the conjugation system, it is very simple. Why? Because we say wir gehen. Gehen, the same as the infinitive, that was gehen. We go. Ihr geht. You plural. You plural. Go. Sie oder sie. Sie is small and sie big. Sie is small and sie in capital. Gehen, the same as the infinitive form. They or you go. How about this go? This you, sorry, is singular, and this du here is auch singular. So, one question I raise here, please. How many pronouns as sie can you recognize in Deutsch, in German? 3 ones. One of them, sie, that means she. The other one, second one, is sie, which means they. And the third and so last one, capital S, means you. How about this you is singular, not plural? how many yous do we have in English? You. We have 2 or 3 ones. In some languages, we have 3 ones. For example, in German, in some when we have 2, one of them. For example, you, which means Sarah, are you going to the party tonight? This you is singular and without any specific respect, because it sounds like Sarah and you, as the one who raised this question, are quite familiar and intimate friends or relatives. So this you is the same as do and singular. However, they might raise another question from someone, for example, a teacher or a doctor, for example, whom we have just met, or in the formal meaning of it. For example, we don't say, oh, Dr. Thomas. Wie heißt du? We say, Dr. Thomas. Wie heißen Sie? What's your name? Herr Dr. Thomas oder Müller. In the formal way, say Herr Dr. Müller. Wie heißen Sie? Or Dr. Müller. What is your name? So here we have you once again for singular, however, it's the same as Z in capital form. And the third one, the last one actually, is when we say Sarah and Tom and blah blah blah, so on. Where are you going? This you is no more singular. This is a plural form, whether in the formal way or informal way. It's quite independent of the conditional situation at which you are raising this question. It is a plural form, not similar to the you as do and you as Z. This is a plural form because Sarah and Tom, or even more persons, are more than one. So you means another pronoun that was not introduced to you thus far yet, and it means ihr in German. This one is plural. So we have 3 yous, you, U1, U2, and U3 in German. You that means du, you that means sie, you that means ihr. Du, sie, ihr. Du and sie for one person, ihr for more than one people. And it's plural. So once again, we go to listen
Lektion 1. Hallo, ich bin Nicole. Aufgabe 1. Wo wohnt Winfried?
Ja, hallo? Wer ist denn da?
Hallo, wie geht's? Ich heiße Winfried
Oh, Winfried.
und ich komme aus Österreich.
Ich komme aus Österreich. This means I come from Austria. Ich, you know that ich means I. Ich komme aus Österreich. Ich komme aus Österreich. I come from Austria. I come from Austria. Komme aus. Come from. Aus means from. Ich komme. Du kommst. I already asked you to make specific notice to st at the end of the conjugation form for second person singular. Du kommst. Es, sie kommt. And the lower part of the conjugation system was quite simple, or still a little bit more simple than the 5 pronouns above. For example, wir kommen, just as the infinitive form was. Ihr kommt, sie oder sie in capital kommen, just as the infinitive was. So, ich komme, I come. Du kommst, you, one person. But informal. Come. Es, sie, it, he, she, kommt. Comes. Wir kommen. We come. Ihr kommt. You, however, you plural. You come. For example, you Tom and you Mary and you Anita and so on. More than one person. You come. Sie oder sie in capital. They in small letter. And you. Singular, however, in formal condition. You come. So, ich komme. Ich komme. Please repeat after me. Ich komme. Ich komme. Du kommst. Du kommst. Es kommt. Es kommt. Er kommt. Er kommt. Sie kommt. Sie kommt. Wir kommen. Wir kommen. Er kommt. Er kommt. Sie kommen. Sie kommen. Sie kommen. Sie kommen. Okay.
Lektion.
Wie geht's? Ich heiße Winfried
Oh, Winfried.
und ich komme aus Österreich.
Aha.
Ich bin 32,
Ja?
nicht?
Ich bin 32. Oder ich bin 32. Okay. This is not important at the moment, and we'll further work on the numbers and the system of the numbers and Zahlen. So please forget all about the numbers at this time. Thank you. I will go further.
Verheiratet?
Oh.
ich bin verheiratet. I am married. I am married. Ich bin verheiratet. I am married. Please also forget about Familienstand, whether you are married or single or divorced or whatever. Please, we will, at the end of lesson 2 or 3, just have a review on Familienstand.
Und ich wohne in.
Winfried?
Und ich wohne in. This is very important. Okay. Once again to the word pad. Ich wohne. I am a resident at one place. I'm a resident in. I reside in. I reside at. Ich wohne. Or more simply, you would possibly translate this term as I live somewhere. But it doesn't specifically mean living, to live, but to reside somewhere. Okay? But I can ignore the minute differences and I would just say I live somewhere. I live somewhere. Or I reside. Ich wohne. Du wohnst. Es, sie wohnt. Wir wohnen. Ihr wohnt. Sie oder sie in Capital Großbuchstabe wohnen. Wir wohnen und sie wohnen. All the 3 conjugation forms are with the infinitive form. Wohnen, wohnen, wohnen. Okay? However, the rest 6 cases are quite different than the infinitive form. They are conjugated. They are well conjugated. Ich wohne, I reside or I live at some place. Du wohnst, you singular live. Er, sie, es, it, es, he, sie, she lives. Wir wohnen. Okay, that's. Sign of equality. Wir wohnen. We reside. We live. You, plural, live. They or you, singular, however formal, live. Ich wohne, du wohnst, es, sie wohnt, wir wohnen, ihr wohnt und sie oder sie wohnen. We have 9 pronouns thus far.
Bereich.
Aha.
Ich bin 32,
Ja?
nicht verheiratet
Oh.
und ich wohne in.
Winfried?
Ich bin 32 oder 32. I'm 32 years old. Nicht verheiratet. Ich bin nicht verheiratet. I'm not married. I'm not married. Und ich wohne in. I live in. I reside in. So you have 2 complete different terms. One of them is ich komme aus, for example, ich komme aus Belgium. I come from Belgium. Ich wohne in Paris. So you come from a country, but which city are you living in at the moment? These are 2 quite different terms or questions or answers. Ich komme aus Deutschland, aber ich wohne in Teheran, for example, zum Beispiel. Ich komme aus den USA. Ich komme aus den USA. I come from the United States of America. I come from the United States of America. I come from the States. However, ich wohne in Wien oder Vienna. Wien is the same term for the city. Vienna. You're coming from one country and you're living or residing in another city. Even the two city and country names could be from one land, in fact. But coming from a country and living in a place are quite different terms or questions or argue. Ich komme aus den USA. Ich wohne in Kalifornien. Ich wohne in New York. Ich komme aus a country. Ich wohne in a city or place. Okay?
Lekt.
Wo wohnt Winfried? Wohnt er in Freiburg? Wohnt er in Zürich? In Köln? In Frankfurt? Wo wohnt Winfried? Wohnt er in Freiburg?
Wo wohnt Winfried? Wohnt er in Freiburg? You have two complete different questions here as well. Wo wohnt Winfried? Wohnt er in Freiburg? So this is the first type of questions, number one, and this is the second type of the questions we could possibly have or raise in any languages like English or German. Wo wohnt Winfried? Mit Fragezeichen oder Fragewort. Wo? With a question term or questioning word like wo, which means where. Where? How about this one? Has no question word. Wohnt er in Freiburg? Question number two has no question word, as it seems here, as it's quite clear here. Wohnt er in Freiburg? And the verb has come to the first place in the sentence, and er is the subject or pronoun, comes afterwards, and the rest of the sentence comes afterwards as well. But in the first type of the questions, we have a question word. Wo wohnt Winfried? Wo as a question word, and wohnt as a conjugated form of the verb wohnen, and then the subject. So in both question forms, we have the verb plus the subject, which is related to doing that verb or having the position of that verb. However, you could possibly have a question word or not. Okay? So, wo wohnt Winfried means where does this man Winfried live or reside? When does Winfried live Or to make it even simpler, where lives Winfried? However, wohnt in Freiburg means does he live in Freiburg? Or to make it sound better, lives he in Freiburg? Of course, I know that in English we do not ever say lives he. But to make it adapt to the German form, I would write it so. Lives he in Freiburg? Where lives Winfried? Where does Winfried live, or where lives Winfried? So let me remove these lines here. Okay. Wo wohnt Winfried? Question word where or wo. Wo wohnt Winfried? Where lives Winfried? You might raise another question that why have we used wohnt here? Because you had already conjugated the form of the verb wohnen here. Wohnt. You see? Oder sie oder es wohnt. Okay, so for Winfried, that is the third person singular, we use wohnt. Wo wohnt Winfried? Wohnt in Freiburg? And other questions are like, wohnt in this place? Wohnt in that place? Wohnt in Paris? Wohnt in Tehran? Wohnt in Haifa? And other places around the globe. So let's go ahead for the rest of the Hörendatei.
Wo wohnt Winfried? Wohnt in Freiburg? Wohnt in Zürich? In Köln? In Frankfurt? Wohnt in Stuttgart? Wohnt in Hamburg? Wo wohnt Winfried? Wo wohnt Winfried? Wo wohnt Winfried? Wohnt in Schwerin? Wohnt in München? In Bonn? In Berlin? Wohnt in Bamberg? Wohnt in Wien? Wo wohnt Winfried? Wo wohnt Winfried?
Und so weiter. Nennt verschiedene Orte in Deutschland. She names different places in Deutschland, in Germany, or other places around the world. Okay? So, now we go to page 9. Aufgabe 2. Und wer bist du? Wer means who. As I previously mentioned. Wer means who. And who are you? So, we have the conjugation for sein as ich bin. That means I am. Du bist. That means you are. Even in Shakespearean time, people used to have this term do as to, like this, to, okay? and it then changed in German and Deutsch like du. So du is the second person singular pronoun for you. Du bist means you are. Ich bin, I am. Du bist, you are. Es, sie, ist. It, he, she, is. Is the cognate form for is. So the German word for the verb to be for the third person singular is quite the same as is. However, in German it has one T at the end that lacks the letter in English. And the lower part is conjugated as wir sind, ihr seid, sie oder sie sind. We are, you plural, are, they, or you singular, however formal form, are. Ich bin, du bist, with that SD once again at the end. Ich bin, du bist, es, sie ist, wir sind, ihr seid, sie oder sie sind. And please, let me tell you one important thing for the pronunciation system, that, for example, when you have this word, it is called Wien because you have IE, but this word is pronounced as Wein because you have E first and then I, followed by I. Okay? So, according to the same pattern, you have seid and sie. This one is with IE and this one is with EI. Okay. Hören Sie und kreuzen Sie an. You listen. Please listen. The imperative form of the verb hören. Hören Sie is an imperative form for the sentence that orders you to do something. Hören Sie. You listen. Hören Sie. Und kreuzen Sie an. Kreuzen Sie an. Ankreuzen. Together, an and kreuzen. Together make a verb. That means mark with a cross. Ankreuzen. Cross mark, or to mark with a cross. Kreuzen Sie an, welche Antwort richtig ist. Please let us know that which answer is correct, is right, and which one is false. So you need to cross the correct answer. You need to mark the correct answer with a cross. Ich heiße Winfried oder Paco. Ich bin Nicole oder ich bin Winfried. So we go to the second listening section, and you need to mark with the cross, please.
Aufgabe 2a. Winfried.
Hallo, ich heiße Paco. Und wer bist du?
Ich heiße Nicole. Badam, bam, bam,
Bam, bam, bam, bada.
Okay, so as you see, the man says, ich heiße, which one? Ich heiße Paco. Thank you. Ich heiße Paco. Well done. And the second one, which is a woman, this girl says, ich bin Nicole. So both terms could work for you as an answer to the question, what's your name, or who you are. Who are you? Who are you? What's your name? You could possibly say, ich heiße Sarah oder ich bin Sarah. Both of them are correct. So when someone asks you for your name, for example, what is your name, or who are you? You could possibly answer with this term, ich bin Sarah oder ich heiße Sarah. Ich bin Sarah. I am Sarah. Ich heiße Sarah. I am called Sarah. Or my name is Sarah. Heiße comes from the verb heißen, to be called, to be named as something or someone. For example, ich heiße means my name is, for example, Sarah. Du heißt, es, sie heißt is a verb. So each verb has a conjugation form. So we can simply conjugate this verb as well, like the ones we already previously conjugated. Wir, the lower part is quite simple. Wir heißen, our name is, wir heißen, or we are called, bla bla, und ihr heißt, und sie oder sie heißen. We have regular and irregular verbs, regelmäßige und unregelmäßige Verben auf Deutsch in German. So please do not make your mind busy with these kinds of conjugations that differ a little bit from one verb to another, because further we will have a thorough look at these different verbs. However, what you should notice at this time is the pronunciation of the alphabet. So I skip the sections after Aufgabe 1 und Aufgabe 2 and go to Aufgabe 9, Aufgabe 9 in fact. And after this session, for the second session, we will go again to page 10 through page 12. Okay, however, now we have page 12 and Aufgabe 9. Aufgabe 9, das Alphabet. Das Alphabet. The alphabet. Hören Sie, listen, you listen. Und sprechen Sie nach. Und means and. And speak after. It means please repeat after me. Repeat after me. Nachsprechen. Hören Sie und sprechen Sie nach. Okay. Please listen, my dear friends.
Aufgabe 9a.
A,
Please repeat, okay?
Aufgabe 9a.
A, B, C, D, E, F, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, Ä, A, Umlaut. Ö, O, Umlaut. Ü, U, Umlaut. S, SZ.
Okay, dear friends, did you repeat after voice of this woman? Okay, thank you. So once again, I pronounce these letters for you. A, B, C, D, E. So please do not pronounce it as you do in English. In English, you say E, but it's not E. It's E. Something between E and E. E. Okay? F, G, H. And the E is this letter. E. This one is called E. So the pronunciation between E and E is a little bit different. E and then E. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, V. So please do not say V. This is V. And this one is V. V, X, Y. That is Y, but we pronounce it as Y. Y and Z. That is something as combination of T plus S. So whenever you visit this letter in a word, you should use a T plus S. However, very quickly so that the audience would not realize the separation, any separation between T and S. So these two letters come together tss, tss, as a sound that Schlange or the snake makes. Tss, okay? Set. This was A. However, if you have two dots above, you will say E. For example, Käse or cheese. E. In some places, in drei deutschsprachigen Ländern, is called as E and sometimes as E. Käse oder Käse. Okay? E. And this one was O, however, with two dots above. It's called Ö. Ö. Okay? And this one is U, however, with two dots above. Is called Ü. 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 So, E, Ö, Ü. And this one that is often equal as double S is called S-set. However, it's pronounced as S. For example, is in heißen. 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 If your keyboard, for example, lacks the letter S-set, you would, regarding this letter, write down or type this letter in this form with double S. Heißen. Okay? And if you cannot maybe type A umlaut as A with two dots above it, you would possibly type down A, E. And with the same pattern, O umlaut as O, E, and U umlaut as U, E. However, this is for the times that you really don't have these letters at hand. However, if you do have it, or you are just writing with a pen or pencil, this is necessary to mention the letters with umlaut. Umlaut is the two dots above each letter. Okay, this is the end for our first lesson for MENSCHEN series, Lektion 1, Lesson 1. And we will, at the second session, further on our studies with page 10 and 11. Thanks for your time, and thanks for you accompanied me. Bis dann. Tschüss. Thank you. Bye-bye.